By God, we're gonna change some tires.
So I'm on my way to Minnesota, and I put this off so winter was over, and now I'm in winter again. Yeehaw! I hope I get out of this. So I just passed second wreck within 3 miles. This is really heavy wet snow, and even the Super Dodge, if I get the wheels over in this stuff, it just pulls you off of the road if you're going too fast. People won't slow down. I guess I should have filmed it back there, but I felt bad for them. Anyway, this is super dangerous. Again, I wanted to go to Minnesota when everything was good and there wasn't any winter. And now I got to worry about people head-onning me because this is nasty. I don't know how far this is going to go. This is Island Park. I'm going to go up through West Yellowstone and up into Belgrade, Bozeman. Hope it ain't like this all the way. Yeah, boo-boo. We're in Yellowstone Park. You still in Yellowstone Park, Mike Kindred? What in the world are you doing here? Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Rincons are sold and John Deere's are boughten. We're in high cotton now, Dane Cotton. Easy construction. Passing through. What's for breakfast, Dane? I'm a little famished. Well, Dane, I sure could have used them bacon and eggs. I stopped over here at the town pump. Had me a nice little salad. Back on the road again. Hey, how much does it cost tonight to stay over at the Cotton Ranch? I'd like to try that out one of these days. Stay at the Cotton Ranch. We could talk BS construction stuff for days. Bye-bye, Dane. Good talking to you again. Seems like every time I come through, I buzz through and I'm gone. Okay, why don't you pronounce that name? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So, a lot of people think that's Weebox or Y-Box or something else. It's Weebo, Montana. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Okay, we're leaving Montana, and now we're in North Dakota. Oh, geez, we're in North Dakota there. Oh, real good. Yeah, you cross that line there, you start talking like them there. They had a little bit of Minnesota there, but up here in Belfield, stopped for gas one time, and oh gosh, the lady, that's what she sounded like there. Yeah. Well, welcome to Nodak, Jeff. Have a real good time there. Jeez. So it said pull over, scenic view. I don't know if it's mandatory in North Dakota or what, but it's scenic and you're viewing it. Huh. It's getting chilly, Willie. Windy. Always blows in Nodak, doesn't it? Huh. Sure would hate to be over here in the winter. So I'm somewhere between Bismarck and Fargo, and it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the road again. Tried to sleep, but I can't sleep. There's a motel right there, but I don't think it'd do me any good, so I'm off. It's kind of crazy, the fuel prices. This is $3.59 here. Everybody else is like $4 or more. Hope I didn't buy some bad fuel. I'll be on the side of the road.
All right, okay.
So what's it got for an engine in it?
350 Cummins.
Wow. That's cool.
Aluminum frame.
What's it growing on it here?
I don't know, some kind of damn
Moss or some damn thing.
That looks like that stuff in that movie, The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's clean inside too. That baby's worth some money.
Yeah.
Somebody'd want that bad. You
Yeah,
got it.
boys.
You got a D9 radiator.
Yeah. You need that?
Nope. I blew my wad, Russell.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and you got a 16.
I got all kinds of junk around here.
Rollers. What is this truck?
It's a Mack.
Really? How many ton is that?
45.
Wow.
40 ton.
45. I can't. Yeah, maybe it is 45. Had a pair of them. They were really good.
Well, the one still is.
Yeah.
The other one.
The other one, the engine's there under the tarp. That
Load them with a drag line or something and haul the...
Drag liner 245.
there you can see what kind of soil we got.
Yeah, that is sandy. So what happened to the TD25?
Motor.
Pour some rust remover on there. She'll go.
Yeah.
What happened to the engine?
It just give up.
Oh. So which model is this? A C?
It's
Or
a G.
G, wow.
One of the first G's.
Oh, okay. So that, is that a DT817?
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought they put Cummins in the G's.
Well, that's the later ones.
Oh. See, if it was a Cummins, you could just go get a truck engine.
Yeah, right.
Well, they put the KTs in them.
That worked good in there. Well, I got a
got a
K Cummins too, but it needs to be gone over.
That looks familiar.
Yeah,
D8.
yeah.
So how much you want for these?
Whatever I can get.
Whatever you can get. All offers. Wow, it's got radial tires. So what are these little ones? What are they?
Yes, 12.
12s.
671s in front.
Oh, okay. Growing trees in them.
Yeah.
See that? They originally had different grill and hood and everything. That's
They were
my
like the old
concoction.
Euclid.
Convert them over to the newer style.
Oh, really?
Never
So-
changed.
How old are these?
Oh, God. I can't even tell you. I'd change the manifold and the exhaust and the intake and the whole work. Had to make them look like the new ones at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was quite a job.
Somebody did a lot of welding on the gooseneck too.
Yeah,
Very
metal shop and Staples made them grills for me. I showed them what I wanted.
That's cool.
Had to make new hoods and everything.
Huge buckets. Just the cable alone. Well, doesn't a 245 use a D9 size undercarriage?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
Looks pretty big.
That's got them extra wide shoes on it.
Yeah.
They don't even list them in the cat parts book.
Oh, you got the counterweight off of it. Guess you'd have to move it.
Yeah. That counterweight's right over here.
Junk all over. Terrible.
You got a uke. You didn't have to get out, Russell.
So I wanted to.
Okay. So what year do you think this is? 27?
That one I think is 29.
29?
29, I think.
So that's half of a D8 motor.
Yeah, it is.
What do they call that? Do you remember?
Oh, I should remember. I got a parts book on it.
Wow.
What the hell did they call that? Can't remember. What do they call a D7 engine? Old one.
334?
No. D8 was a 1300, wasn't it?
Well, later ones were D342, but the early ones
Yeah,
were
no, I mean the old ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what they called them. I'm trying to remember now.
So this is an interesting system. It almost looks like a hydraulic cylinder.
Yeah.
How the hell's that work?
It's a screw.
A screw. Well, that's neat. Pretty rudimentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love the cab.
Yeah, I like the roof.
So, what? They did have a light bulb in the light. It was electric. Huh. That's a thick moldboard. They never wore those out, did they?
No.
Never got enough speed.
Wears them out, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's about the same as that other one. This is a 12 footer, isn't it? That other one I think is a 10.
Oh.
So these are all 11s.
Yeah.
But this one, what did they call this one where it was only single drive?
Oh, I think they still called it 11.
This is rare.
What do they call them 3-cylinder engines back then?
Oh. Yeah.
The D8 was a 1300 and the 7 was that a 7,000?
D337? The four bangers?
This is a 3-cylinder.
Huh.
Yeah, this one run, and two of the others run. One don't have an engine. I just got that one for parts, I guess.
I was looking for a serial number tag on it, on the block, but I don't know where they
They're
put them.
usually up on the frame.
Or you're looking for the engines.
Well, just to see what, if there was one, but I don't know, maybe it's hiding in there somewhere under the pony motor. Or, oh, it's right here. Can you read that? I can't read that. Oh, you gotta get cheaters too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Need a light?
Patrol number. I got a flashlight here. Or a light. $5K56.
Wow. The 56 one built.
Full? Out of 57?
Probably.
So it's a late model.
Clean one owner.
Yeah, right?
So after that was the first one they did, and then later on they figured out the tandem drive.
Yeah, they offered them both for a while.
Oh, really?
Probably to get rid of what they had going, huh?
Was this for a wing or something?
Yeah.
For a wing.
Push pull.
How would you operate a wing on one of these?
Well, they have a winch ahead of the cab on top of the frame that operates the wing.
You see it up there.
I think they
Okay.
took them off. I don't know if
This
they-
one's got it, yeah.
has it?
Yeah.
So this one's got some modern cherries on the cab. Has it actually been driven?
Yeah, that one we used for plowing snow.
Really? Wow. Old tires sure do last compared to the new stuff, don't
Ain't
they?
that crazy? I know it.
So how did you stay warm in that ice box?
Well, you get lots of late model clothing.
It
You
had a good heater in it.
Yeah.
Oh really? I was looking for the potbelly stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chimney sticking out, huh?
You can put your coffee pot on it. Oh wow, that's a nice seat. When's the last time this ran?
When did you have it running last, Dad?
Oh, golly.
Got modern
5
lights?
years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably at least the way the brush looks there.
Yeah. Of course, that shit goes so fast. Brush. Yeah, it's probably been that long.
That's cool. Cool stuff. Whoever buys them has to take all of them?
That would be nice, I guess. I should.
I just left Russell's place. Now I gotta find somebody to haul that stuff. Yabba dabba doo. So now I gotta find my way back to town, or I just gotta stop here somewhere and figure out where the heck I'm going, because I don't want to go back the same way I came. I got other plans. It's a very pretty area, I will say that. Very pretty. Lots of trees. Alrighty then. I'm headed for Baxter Springs, Kansas. What the hell's in Baxter Springs, Kansas, Jeff? Jim Blaylock's in Baxter Springs, Kansas. That's where Blaylock Turbos is. I'm gonna stop by and visit Jim. And then I'm westbound and down, go visit Frank. Anyway, this is like State 71 in Minnesota. Their speed limits are horrible. I mean, it's like what? Does everybody think you got all day to go somewhere? Anyway, big wide roads like this in Idaho, they'd have a 65 mile an hour speed limit on them. Sometimes 70. Minnesota's a very pretty place. Easy to get lost in. I'd be completely lost without my GPS. My GPS is a liar. I put the guy's address in there that I bought the tracks and the dozer from, and anyway, it took me about a mile away from it. Complete wrong address, and I couldn't make it. I just couldn't make it work. Wouldn't work. So that's why Swift drivers end up in the swamp. You can't really trust it. So I want to go down to Baxter Springs this way. I don't want to go all the way to Minneapolis. Oh, here's a local yokel that knows how to drive. Maybe I'll just follow him. Yeah, wind her up a notch, Jeff. Apparently there's no cops out here. Anyway, kept wanting to take me down through Minneapolis and on I-35. I don't want to go that way. It says it's faster. Well, I don't give a crap. It's a whole lot farther. Could not get it to go. I literally had to start driving the route I wanted before it would stop telling me to turn around. So there's no interstate going where I want to go yet, so I got to go get to one. It wanted to run me through, clear down into Minneapolis and down. I just thought, yeah, I ain't doing that. It was only an hour faster, but it was way longer. It was kind of cool to go through all these little towns in Minnesota. Reminds me of home. I miss my mommy and my home. Anyway, there's a Cenex. We used to have a Cenex, but it got bought out. So now individual owns it. Get something to drink, some coffee, whatever, coffee, tea, me. Hit the road again. Okay, I-29 through Omaha was closed, so I had to make a detour through, what do you call that, sketchy part of town? Anyway, looks like a coal-fired plant over there. For all of you that drive electric cars, that's where your juice comes from. So if it makes you feel any better not to have any of the carbon emissions coming out your pipe, they come out of those stacks over there. Well, I've never been to Missouri, so I can chalk that one off. Chalk Missouri off the list. I think I'll call Erin and Brandon Johnson. They're in Joplin. I think that's where I'm going to stay tonight, is Joplin. Maybe see if I can buy them dinner if I can get there early enough. I think I've still got, let me look at the old GPS here. It says 4 hours and 11 minutes and it's 1:30. What do we got here? 275 miles. But that's actually to Baxter Springs, because tomorrow I'm going to go see Jim Blaylock. And then we're going across Oklahoma. We're going to go see Frank Cunningham down there in Mohawk. By God. And then I'm home. Headed home. Wow. The grain in Kansas is in head. It's in the boot. What the heck? Huh. When do you cut grain in Kansas? Like end of May? June? That's amazing. That's warm out here. It's 86. According to the Super Dodge, it's 86. So we're going into Joplin using the back door. We're back door in Joplin. Says I got 22 miles to go.
Take the next left onto Kansas 171 East.
I just can't help but think it would have been some kind of easier way to get on this highway from where I was.
Continue for 11 miles.
11 miles. And then what? We're 28 minutes ahead of schedule. Come on. Come back. Yeah, I'm going a little delirious. I've been in this truck all day long. Oh. I wish I could relate all the conversations I've had with myself in my head. Yeah, I take that back. If you saw all my thoughts for the day, yeah, you'd say, hey, you're just like me. I'm embarrassed too that I had those thoughts. So I got anybody that lives in Ashbury, population 207. Woo-hoo. Read John 3:16. Kind of busy right now. Smoking wood? What's smoking wood? Smoking. He in Kansas now, boy. Whoa, Jeff. I love that. Keeps me awake. Let's do that again. Play a tune. Gotta go faster now. Oh, that don't work. I'm gonna wreck my truck.
Geez, all I did was tell those two bikers a joke, and they're pissed as hell. They want to kick my ass. They're just right on my ass. All I did was ask them what the difference was between a Hoover and a Harley. A Harley holds 2 dirt bags.
Hello. Do you have good timing? Brandon just got here too.
I got something for your husband because I knew he wanted it.
What is this?
Well, let him open it.
Okay, come here.
I'm a little nervous, dude. Oh God.
Nice.
Weren't these at Con Expo?
Yes.
Hydrema. Who makes that? Is that a Chinese, Japanese?
Denmark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Denmark.
It's Danish.
So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So like how much will it hold?
11 tons. That's what they say. I mean, you can pile it up just as high as you can until it's running out. It doesn't have any issues.
So what's this about?
Well, this one's made where the bed will actually rotate 90 degrees.
Oh yeah, okay.
Though some of them don't have that, the bed's actually bolted into here. So I
Okay.
guess they make them
All right.
both ways, but
So are those the cylinders that dump it?
yeah, we can.
And then it looks like you got some nitrogen accumulators. Is that for ride suspension or?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's got these other cylinders here that's supposed to help with the side to side and the ride and stuff. Because they're actually street legal over there. And
Oh, are they?
yeah, it's got turn signals, headlights, horn. And it's got, as they tag them and just drive them on the road, it's what they've told me from job to job over there.
Wow.
But it's got 6 forward gears and 3 reverse. It'll run almost 30 miles an hour.
Oh wow.
So
Well, it's like the farm tractors over there. They go faster than the American tractors by
yes,
far.
they just drive them everywhere over there. So
Well, yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a little over 9 feet tall, so it barely fits on that trailer.
So would they get pissed if you put a slow-mo sign on it and drove it?
I don't know. I thought about it if I just got places in town to see.
Or license it as a dump truck?
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, it's got all the lights and everything on there you need.
It's got a cab and AC. That's the most important part.
Yes, yeah. And it does have good visibility and stuff. I mean, that's what a lot of people told me. It's a really goofy looking truck, but
Oh well.
it is that, so. And yeah, the bed's all on this
Oh, a joystick.
joystick, so you just
That's cool.
you gotta hit neutral every time or whatever, but then you can just hit backwards, and if you want to, you can hit the plus or minus to make it shift or make it not shift, I guess. I'm still kind of learning on it, all of it.
Are you the only guy in the area to have one of these, or?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
I've had 2 people that I do a little bit of work with in town that they've finally seen it, and they're like, ooh, they're like, I got some stuff I can use with that thing.
So where did this come out of?
St. Louis.
Okay.
So a guy on a farm, he had it. And I think he did farming stuff, but then he also like palletized rock. Like he was going down to Arkansas with it and loading rock and stuff in the back of it.
Show me how that bed will turn sideways.
Yeah, you can just kind of raise it up, and then you got to get it up so far, I think, and then it'll. Yeah.
Oh, to clear stuff, or?
Yeah, and then it'll.
Oh wow.
And then you just move the joystick whichever direction.
That's cool. So when you're dumping like that, it's pretty stable?
Yeah, I was surprised at it.
Wow, it's got regular, like, rigid truck extending cylinders on her. Wow.
Yeah, that one.
Oops. Did you know that was
Oh,
in
yeah,
there?
I forgot.
Dumped the bucket.
I put that in there when I moved it. We'll just set that
Good thing
there.
your truck wasn't mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. So I noticed it's got another set of holes above those. Can you pin the bed up like even higher or something? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah.
Or is that to hold it up, safety it up? Well,
That may be
that's probably what it is.
safety stuff. So.
Huh. What'd be the cat's meow in a wet environment?
Yeah, that's what I was. Wet environment, and then like some of the jobs I get trying to get around, I just forget.
So you can switch it either way, that way or the other side, or
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
Just,
And another bucket falls out.
yeah, I forgot I put that in there. I should have. I knew I should have took it out the day that I got here. But then if you get it lined back up in the middle, it only works in the middle. You can just hit this button here, and the bed just. Well, I say that. I probably don't have it lined up.
Automatically dump or come
Goes
down?
back down. Yeah.
Okay. Better watch out. Goons is gonna have one next.
Yeah.
Because he lives in a swampy area. A lot of
He
rain.
probably kind of laughed at it because it's like a little Tonka truck or something. So, but it works.
He's bought old cat stuff now.
He does. He's almost trying to be like you.
Oh, well, it's affordable and it's dependable and
Yeah.
no emissions. And
Yep, that's a big thing. That's what. Yeah, this one doesn't have any emissions on it or anything. It's
I think he's had fun with his dozer and excavator, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah. So no, it worked. I wanted something I could move dirt around, but I could still haul it on that trailer because that's. I looked at an old Cat D25, like the little single app, but they're like.
Too big, isn't it?
Yeah, they're 47 or 48,000 pounds, and I was gonna have to get an over width or over height permit to move it.
What does this thing weigh?
18 something.
Oh, that's pretty light.
Yeah.
Lighter than your dump truck.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And it'll hold how many ton?
I say 11,
11. That's still
which is probably right because
that's-
it's not quite as much as what that thing will hold, but. You could put, if you had some sides on it or if the back was a little longer, you could, because it doesn't have any problem dumping whatever. I've had it where it was running over the whole thing before. And
side motor up.
That's what I need to do, yeah.
Then you break something.
Yeah, probably blow a cylinder or something
Break
out,
it
so.
in half or. That's
Yeah.
cool. Cool truck.
It's unique anyways, but yeah, and then you got like all your,
So it's only got 3,700 on her?
it's 30, I think it's like 3,200, but they said it just got serviced. Okay, we got us a possible new hire here. Trying out the Hydrema this morning, seeing what he thinks of it, so. He says he has some experience, but we'll see. He's used to running the big Cat haul truck, so we'll see what he thinks of my little Tonka truck. So, and for those of you that didn't recognize him when he drove by, it's Mr. Jpaydirt, Jeff Anderson. He actually came through town last night and surprised us, so we all went out to dinner and hung out. So now he's showing him the shop. I think he said he went and bought some parts or something, and he's heading back home, so he just dropped down here. He's gonna hang out with us a little bit today, and then gonna stop and bug Mr. Frank later on. Need to get you one of those, huh?
Yeah.
You could run to the grocery store, and
It's handy.
you could park it in the back of one of your trucks.
Can I borrow it to go to Minnesota and get that first?
Yeah, you can do that.
Does it shift automatically?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it may just be, I think I got it turned down where it only goes to like third or fourth, but the shifting is really weird. It kind of like, it almost like it slips when it goes into third, like it kind of stops and then it takes off, so.
Can it slow the engine down? I didn't notice.
Not really.
Go check out Brandon's YouTube channel. It's Elite Earthworks. Had a really good time there. Erin and Brandon took care of me and fed me and gave me a place to sleep. They're awesome people. That's what made YouTube all worth it, for meeting people like this. Okay, this is Brandon's shop here. Anyway, so I got to drive the Hydrema around. That's a cool little truck, man. He should do well with that. Anyway, I want to thank Brandon and Erin for letting me stay at their house last night, for taking me to dinner and paying for it. That was awesome. Anyway, don't know when I'll be back this way, but like I said, it's really cool. YouTube has been really great for meeting people and making friends. It's been totally awesome, and that's what makes it worth it for me, not the money, which I figured it up. I think I make about $7 an hour making videos, so that's how well YouTube pays. I love these roundabouts. You have to stop anyway because you can't get in line to go. And they're everywhere back here. We don't have them. We don't have one damn roundabout in Blackfoot. Not a one. So, Erin and Brandon went through one of the largest tornadoes to come through a place. I think it said it was a mile wide and had 300-mile-an-hour winds. So these are all the new houses, and you can tell by the trees.
Turn right onto South Indiana Avenue.
And then just a block over, the trees are 30+ years old. You can see the houses that weren't touched. But all this is new houses.
Take the next right onto East 25th Street, then turn right onto South Kentucky Avenue.
They've got a booklet of pictures of what happened to them. Still pretty emotional for Erin. It was quite an experience.
Turn right onto South Indiana Avenue.
Brandon got hurt pretty bad, broken ribs and stuff. Turn right. Okay, here we go. Anyway, I think they were in a bathtub. He was laying on top of him.
Avenue for half a mile.
And they had their little 4-year-old boy, and Brandon had a mattress over top of him trying to hold it on. And I think he got sucked out and he ended up in the backyard. He's lucky to be alive. But 300-mile-an-hour winds, it's an amazing story, and they're so blessed to still be with us. It's just incredible. Hi.
Hi.
Jeff Anderson.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
Passing through.
Oh.
Is your dad around?
He is out driving my truck.
Expected. He was not expecting me. I didn't call ahead. I'm in trouble.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Like, what the hell are you doing, Jeff? Is that your Harley?
Yeah. Had the switchblade on it. And then somebody broke in last 4th of July. Stole a brand new welder, bunch of tools. But this is what made me the maddest. They took the switchblade turbo off his bike.
Oh, man.
And I got to build another one for it.
So these are all your housings?
Some of them ready to go. And we got turbos, 80 millimeter and 78. Most common ones we sell now, particularly for the cats.
So, tell me about the housings.
Mm-hmm.
When you get them, what are you having to do to them now?
Well, we'll see that right here in just a minute. I'll show you what the raw one looks like.
Okay.
This is our tear down area and clean up. Here's one of my projects right now. About to finish it up.
What in the world is that?
That goes in a it's an European ship engine.
Oh.
Down in Mexico.
That's a turbo.
That's the turbine wheel, yeah. See, we've repaired it. This was all eat up in here. And we built it all up and remachined it. And then the blades have rubbed, so the diameter is undersized. So you can see where we started building them up.
Oh, okay.
Blades started here, and we're going to go all the way around it and get it to the right diameter, machine it down.
I bet that's an expensive part if they had to replace it.
Yeah, it's something like close to 20 grand.
If they can get it.
Yeah, and that's the problem, getting that stuff anymore. Because that's the way they come in from the founder.
Yeah, okay. Because I didn't see any weld there. So.
No, so we do a little more machining on them, finish them out, and then we take them in there, and then he makes the sub-assemblies and stuff with the vane and everything goes in there, puts it in, does all the welding, and closes it up.
These new ones are an open throat.
Yes, that's...
Explain why you went to the open throat, why they went to the...
Well, the reason they did the twin flow, the divided housings, if you look real close, you can see it. One of those volutes in that snail shell is smaller on one side than it is on the other. And that's to squeeze that exhaust down to give it a little more pressure to try to spool the turbo up a little faster. Now, you pay a price for that on the top end because then it becomes a restriction and creates more back pressure. But that's what they were trying to do because everybody fights the same problems. Turbo lag. You go to a small turbine housing, takeoff is great, but then it chokes your engine down. Then you go to a big turbine housing, it does good on top end, but it takes off, it takes forever to take off. You got turbo lag, it's really bad. So they've looked for ways over the years to try to compensate for that. And so eventually they compromised, and they typically they will use a turbine housing that's too small. Then they'll put a wastegate on it. So when it reaches a certain point, it's choking the engine down, the wastegate opens up and lets the exhaust waste out and bypass the turbine housing to keep the back pressure down on the engine. But once that wastegate opens, it's like having a governor on the engine. You won't get any more out of your engine because it's flatlined. So it's always a compromise, always has been a compromise. And of course with compromises, nobody's ever really happy. You know, they don't like it for one reason or the other. I went with the switchblade. We don't need that divided housing. We don't need one side smaller than the other because the switchblade, when it goes in, it goes around to about here. Well, you can see the difference in that cross-sectional area right here at the end of that blade versus where it first comes in up here. You know, it's a lot bigger. Well, the vein is in there, so it comes in, goes over the top of the vein to this small part of the cross-section, and at that point it's like putting your thumb over the end of a garden hose and squeezing the water down and squirting on a pinwheel. Then when you reach 10 pounds of boost,
then the vein starts to open, and all the time you're driving, it goes up and down, varies with the boost requirements. So that's why I got rid of the housing, because divided housings, they have more back pressure, and we don't need them to spool that turbo up quick on takeoff. The vein takes
Is that
care
made
of
in
that.
China?
No.
Where's it made?
It's made in Indiana.
Made in the United
Casting
States.
is, yeah, it's made in the United States. And then we finish machining it, everything here, and finish it out. And
That saves you a lot of time on welding stuff, doesn't it?
it helps, yes, it helps, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know there was 2 in the other ones.
Yeah,
This is a lot simpler, isn't it?
right. That's one of the reasons I went to this open throat, because instead of making 2 veins, we're going to make 1 vein for one.
Okay, I'm leaving Jim's. I couldn't stay too long. I got to get to Frank's. Would have loved to have stayed longer. Would have loved to stay overnight. But I got to get moving. So I just went through the Quapaw Nation town back there. Stopped, got me a iced tea. Man, I got to run the AC now. It's 80 degrees out there, humid. Looks like they might get a little rain. Frank told me to stop by the Wilkins truck lot, and I just pulled off of here to get something to drink, keep awake, and lo and behold, I pulled off the correct exit. So I ain't got time to really go in. I need to keep moving, but we've got a lot of old trucks out here. Old truck graveyard. If you need parts for an old truck. We got a YouTube channel. Got a lot of A models in here. Woohoo! That's cool. That's cool. Alright. Right next to the Flying J. An exit, I don't know what. They got a truck over there on its nose. I don't know how they do that stuff. That's pretty cool. I don't know what exit this is. I have no idea. It's an exit. Dang if I know. Okay, are we in Wichita? Anybody in Wichita that would know from what you're looking at here? You can get gas at the Q-tip. You know, I'm kicking myself because I didn't realize Atchison was not too far off of where I came down through Minnesota. Blaine and Katie, I could have probably swung over and visited you, but I just didn't look at the map, figure out where you were. Okay, coming into Hays, Kansas. If I got anybody in Hays, Kansas. So if you're from Hays, Kansas, tell me about Hays, Kansas. Oh, an IHOP. I've had this craving for pancakes or an omelet. Stuff I'm not supposed to eat, but I've been eating it. It's so hard to find anything decent to eat. I looked and looked and looked for some kind of a restaurant in Staples. I just want some kind of home-cooked food to eat. And I couldn't find anything. Oh geez, there's an Applebee's. Oh boy. If it was later in the day and I was really hungry, I'd stop there and eat. I like Applebee's. So, what was I saying? Damn if I know. You know, on this little trip, I've seen tons of Trump stickers and billboards like that. They're on van trailers, out in farmers' fields, great big ones. Well, that's a storage container. Ah, you've got the pump jack painted red, white, and blue with stars on it out there. But I've never seen a Biden one. Never seen one yet. Ah, next exit, I gotta pull over and brush my teeth. Holy moly. Okay, we're on I-80 West out in Wyoming. This is where trucks go to tip over. It is blowing like crazy. I mean, bad. Storm finally blew over. I stopped at David Bates' place in Kersey, Colorado, and visited with him, and he took me out and he bought me lunch because I only had $3 cash left. Of course, I still got a credit card, but tunnel adventure over. So somebody mentioned they couldn't believe that I went on this trip with the Super Dodge. Oh, there's a nice place. I should have went over there and got a room. So they couldn't believe that I took this thing clear to Minnesota, and down through Iowa, into Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, back into Kansas, Colorado. I don't know why not. Just the fact that it's got, let's see, what do we got here now? 420,000 miles on her. Just the fact that it's gone that far should be a testament that, hey, it just keeps going.